Let me show you how to trash your hamstrings and glutes. All right guys, here we are Elite on Monday. You got hamstrings and glutes. I want a new split where I'm not hitting back every Monday. Week number 1 in our split rotation, I start with hamstrings and glutes. So you have to follow along as I take you through a workout that's really gonna improve the backside of my leg, backside of my lower body, and really show that crisp condition I've always lacked from the back. So what we actually started with here is a little bit of calves and tibia. We're not showing that in this video because honestly it's just boring, but I did start with 2 work sets, a top end and a back off of donkey calf raise for sets of 15 and 20-ish, and then I ended up doing tibia raises for sets of 20, just trying to blow up the front side of my shin. So that's technically what I began with, but the meat and potatoes of this workout began with a single leg curl. If your gym doesn't have one of these, not a big deal. Simply just do 1 leg at a time, lying leg curls, and it's gonna be the same premise. I just wanna work each hamstring individually. I did a lot of warming up here because I'm really hesitant. I've never had a hamstring issue and I don't want to start. So a few warm-ups, a couple feeder, and then into my sole work set here. I have 2 quarters and a 10 on each side. I go to failure and then get 10. So let's say I get 8 reps total, right? I'm gonna do 2 partial to make it to 10. Then I'm gonna strip the 10s and do the same thing. I need to get to 10 total reps. So I'll go as many full range of motion as I can, then do partial till I get to 10, and that puts me at 20 total reps. Then lastly, I pull 1 quarter again on each side, and I get 10 reps total. Again, as many full range as I can, and then partials to finish. And that's my sole work set to start with kneeling leg curl. Next up, lying leg curls. I did 2 field sets of 10 and 8. Just to find the right weight that I wanted. Today that was 120, and then I did a rest pause. So as many reps as I could, count to 20, as many reps as I could, count to 20, as many reps as I could, and I did tacked on a few extra partials just to milk that hamstring a bit more. So again, only 1 work set here because my hamstrings were starting to get freaking pumped to the point where it almost hurt to contract. All right guys, third in rotation here for hamstrings is gonna be this Legends RDL. Again, you can do this with dumbbells, you do it with a barbell, you can face in on a V squat, doesn't matter. All I wanna think about is lengthening the hamstrings. So I did 1 warm-up set of 10 with a plate, and then did 2 more feeder sets, and then eventually 3 plates for a set of 12. Now, if you notice, this is what I would consider moderate load because all I'm doing is trying to stretch the hamstring under load. With my belt strapped in tight, I could have probably done 5 plates aside for 15. That's not the point of this. For me, I found what grow my hamstrings is a moderate load RDL, really pushing my hips back, filling that stretch, and then only using my hamstrings to come up. It's a very, very meticulous exercise when done this way. Now, if you're someone out there with no lower back issues, by all means, put 5 plates on here and crank. But for me, having lower back issues, I have to be cognizant of loading my lower back. So I'd rather use a moderate load and really make these reps perfect. And you notice every single rep is paused on the ground for a split second so I gain no momentum. And then out of the hole, I'm thinking, squeeze that hamstring and come up. So all in all, again, 1 work set here. So we're up to 3 total work sets for hamstrings. And then last thing here, the seated leg curl. I want to do just 1 singular back off. So I'll have moderate load. 2/3 of the stack, and I'm just trying to squeeze reps. With this, it's all about getting fully shortened. So I did contraction, contraction, into a stretch. Now I want to finish with contraction. I think I got 15-ish, maybe 16 reps. And again, that finished my hamstrings off before now I'm going to go into some glutes. for glutes. And you know where we're starting, that round and back hyper. So after 3 field sets there, just get my glutes turned on and fully active, I did a quad drop. So start with a 75-pound dumbbell, that ended up breaking. Oh, by the way, we fixed it. We'll tag that short right here. Then the 50, then a 25-pound plate, and then my body weight. My goal there was to get 8 reps each mini set, just to crush my lower portion of my glute, and it felt incredible. Now my glutes are fully activated, onto the max building exercise of the day. And that's gonna be this glute bridge machine or hip press, whatever you wanna call it, right? So pyramid it up, 5 plates aside, and just went to failure. Rested 2 minutes, pulled 2 plates down to 3, went to failure, and really focused on the squeeze there. So with each one of those reps, I'm trying to only use my glutes. Now, I'm gonna get some quad in there, 100%. I'm gonna get some hamstring in there, yes. But what I'm thinking about there is move the weight with the glute at all times, or as much as humanly possible. So when you're on this piece, I know it's really easy to get your quads and hamstrings in it, but try to limit that and focus solely on your glutes. And last thing of the day, I did 3 sets of 20 with a stack on abduction, that's ABD. Again, I'm thinking about my side shots here, side chest, side tricep, and I want that glute to be stripped. Has to be peeled. Anything else is unacceptable for me, so I gotta make that thing work. So 3 sets of 20 with a stack, and that is it, guys. Hamstrings, glutes, a little bit of calves that you didn't see. It just wrapped up a great Monday session on Memorial Day. Pouring sweat, felt great. To me, this is what I love about training, right? At this point, I'm 38 and a half years old, still getting better, still getting stronger, still moving weight that shouldn't be moving with ease, and I could not be more ecstatic, right? So we'll keep chasing this dream of bodybuilding. Until next time, like, share, subscribe. Crevice TV.